Okay, so where are we, guys? We have created legal entity, and so some setups we have done, and we have posted journal entry yesterday, right? Any doubts on that portion, guys? Yesterday class? Hmm? Any doubts?
Rashikar,
Yes.
I have doubt on a structure. Okay, uh, just I need a confirmation. To post any posting profile, we have to create only one structure, but in that structure we can create a n number of segments, right?
Yes.
All right.
See, you have accounting structure, right? In this accounting structure, you can create a number of dimensions. Okay, this is your accounting structure. Here you can add a number of so segments here. Okay, so if you just add it, this button will enable. You can add a number of segments.
Structures also we can add n number, right?
Yeah, structures. See, structures. So this is the standard one. If you want to use the structure for the particular account or so specific accounts, you have advanced rules. Okay, you have advanced rule. So this advanced rule I'll teach you in the further classes. If I tell, so you'll get confused. That's the reason I'm keeping.
Okay. Uh, Structure is only used to post the transactions, or it can be used to define the vendor accounts or anything else as well.
Say in the structure level, you wanted to use subledgers like your vendor and customers.
Mm, yes,
No, that can't be done.
only postings we can do by using
On
this
you
structure.
you can add only GL accounts, direct GL accounts.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Okay. Great, guys. Today we'll see, so some journals other than this journal. So what is other journals? We'll see. Okay, so there is so global general journals. Yeah, okay. So what is this global general journals? Why we need this global journals? Suppose I'm in Techem entity. Okay. Suppose from this entity itself, I wanted to post, so some Alshaya entity or some different entity. I'll just create here. Okay, so I'll just change the entity here itself, and I can post the just on it. I can change here itself, and I can post the journal here itself. Okay, see here now it sorry, changing company accounts to tech. Okay, that is fine. I'll take some SMF entity. And what is the journals? General journals. Also, okay. See now, so I can see this journal here. So changing company accounts to tech. Okay, that is still fine. I'll go to lines. See all the so USMF entity transactions also will come, and as soon as you just go to lines, so your company also code also will be changed. Now you can see here, so the company code also has been changed. This is just so suppose I'm so just for the time consuming or so time saving, so from one entity to other entity you can just directly take it and you can post this one. Okay, once I close that one, so it's again came back to my original entity. Okay. Then post journals. So this is again so whatever the journals have been posted, so that you can see here. Posting journals, you can post these journals at one shot. Periodic journals, guys, this is also important. Okay, so what is periodic journals? This periodic journal is nothing but it's a kind of template. Okay, suppose every month I have so similar transaction like rent expenses, some insurance expenses, some admin there are kind of expenses where electricity expenses where every month you have to pay to your vendors, right? In that cases you have so your periodic journals. So what you need to do, you have to create one journal for it. I'll create one journal, periodic journals. Periodic journals, and here type also change it to periodic journals. Periodic journals, and give some voucher series for it. Okay, so I just gave some code here. I'll keep it under my company. What is my entity? Tech Mahindra. Remove it, I guess. Periodic journals. Okay. Okay, we'll keep it continuous. I'll save this one, close it, add that voucher here. Okay, so I've done some periodic journals now. I'll go here, I'll select my periodic journals, I'll go to lines. You can see here, so I'll take some electricity expense. Every month electricity expense you need to so make right. Trade show or marketing. Electricity expense and 50,000. I'll take my ledger accounts. Okay. What happened? Okay, so I'll save this one. Let me take different bank account. I'll take some Euro bank account. I'll save it. Okay, so I have posted some electricity bank accounts. So I didn't post it. So I have created some. I have created some template. So where I can retrieve this one. Okay, so just so save this and close this one. Okay, you have created this one. Just save it and close this one. And so when you posting the journals, so every month, so just go ahead here and just go to lines, journals. Sorry, is this not posted? Let's post this transaction. Okay, this dimension issue yesterday we have seen, right? Okay, so just change to use some Euro account and post it. Okay, so now so Now I wanted to generate, so my periodic journals. Every month I need to post my journals, right? Every month I need to post my electricity expense. So instead of selecting all this information every month, so what I'll do, I'll just go to here, periodic journals, retrieve journals. Okay, here just select the date when you wanted to post this journal, and here just take this one, periodic journal. You have created this journal, right? Just create this one. Also here, so you have option, you wanted to completely move, or you just need a copy of that, but so original voucher. I'll just take copy. Otherwise, so if I just move completely, then again next month I can't retry this one. Okay, I'll say okay. See, I did not enter any of the details here. What happened? Periodic journal, retry journals. I'll take today's date. Copy, yes. See, I don't fill any of these details, so it will system pick up automatically all this information. You can see, right? See guys, so suppose next month I wanted to retrieve this journal, but my electricity bill is more than 50,000 or less than 50,000. What you do, just, so change this amount to 45,000, whatever the bill you have, so just change that and validate it. Simulate posting, just cross verify all this information and then post it up and post this one. This is kind of time saving activity for the end users. Okay, simple. Any doubts here? Any doubts, guys?
Shikhar, in this one, periodic journals, can we do a direct posting as well on a particular month? This particular amount has to be get posted automatically.
See, there is no automation in this one, sir. See, this is, just kind of template where you can save and retrieve every month. Okay, so there is no automation in this, so user manually just go ahead and retrieve this journal, right? There is no automation in this.
Assume on a every month basis, we have to pay a rent of a standard amount.
Correct.
Okay. So sometimes I get forget to pay that one. So is there is a way where every month it will get pop up for me that I have to pay a rent on this one by creating a periodic journal?
See, that kind of notification, that is what I'm saying. There is no notification system you have, so in the out of box features, so if you want, if your client want that, so we can automate something here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, any further questions, guys? Okay, so this is just, so periodic journals. Okay, kind of, so every monthly transactions. And there is another interesting journals is allocation journals. Okay, allocation journals, so to create allocation journals, so there are some rules here. Okay, so first you need to create, so allocation rules, create some allocation basis, some so what is this allocation journal, so why we need this allocation journals is, suppose, so I have so I'll take some insurance, or I'll take some advertisement expenses. So when I make advertisement expenses, so I am going to advertise my, so different departments, right? Different, so I am going to advertise my automobile industry. I am going to advertise my, so IT industry. I'm going to do it for, so other entire company level. So in that case, so I'm not going to book my cost, so advertisement cost, so only for one entity, or so one, department, right? In that case, what you have to do, you have allocation journals. Okay, so let's see, how we can so allocate the cost against each department. Okay, advertise. Your advertisement expenses. Okay. If you want to give the date also, effective date, and this dates also you can give it. Okay. Save this one, activate this one, save it. If you want date interval also you can define it. And source account, I need to select my source account, advertisement expense. Okay, this is my advertisement expense. I'll close this one. And then, so allocation rules, I need to define my ledger allocation rules, so how, so this has to get allocated. I'll click on the new, same way I'll create advertisement expenses. If I want to give the date also, I can give it. I can activate this one. And I'll go to general, how I wanted to allocate this one, from which date to which date. I'll take it from January 1st to December. And allocation method here, there are so different methods you have, guys. So what is, so basis, on the basis of your sales, or on the basis of your purchases, on the basis of your revenue, you wanted to allocate this cost, you can do it as, so basis. If it is a fixed percentage, and also, so you can take some kind of fixed percentage or fixed weight also you can take, and also, so you can give the equally to all the uh, kind of business units. Okay, I'll take some percentage now, and some allocation journals. It's better to create one allocation journal. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create one allocation journals. Your journal, and then here also just take allocation journals. Type must be important, guys. So this is must, and so this is, you have to select the, so type properly, otherwise it will not go to right path. Voucher series, some allocation journal, and I'll keep it to my company level. Type 1, and I'll remove this. Journal continuous. Okay, I'll save this one and I'll close it. Just go ahead here, allocation journals. I'll save this one. I'll select my allocation journals. Okay, so I wanted to keep it at ledger level only. If I want to give the fixed value also, I can give it, guys. If I give the fixed value, I need to give some amount to allocate the system. Okay, if it is a ledger, the ledger account, whatever you give from ledger account, it will pick up. Okay, and yeah, so just save it and go to offset account as well. Here give some offset account as well. So take some offset account, some, what, just a minute. You can take any of the offset account, so that, so again, you don't need to give at the transaction level. If you just give that at, so this is again, sorry, I'll take some offset only here. So let me check what. That's okay. Still, we can automate this one. That's okay. Let's say, so if we task, once this is done, guys, so just go to source account you have to give. Okay. So what is your source account? Advertisement expenses, right? So let's select advertisement expenses, save this one and go to destination. Destination is important, guys, here. Okay, this amount, so where it has to calculate, so where it has to allocate, so against which department or which cost center it needs to be allocated. Okay, suppose I'll give some 30%, sorry, I'll give some 30%. I'll give my advertisement expenses. And here I'll take some my business unit. For the home, so for the department of home, it has to be 30%. I'll select new one. Here again, I'll take some 30%. Same advertisement expenses account should be same because this is my source account. And I'll take it to other department. Some auto I need to, so other one needs to be selected. And another 40%, I'll give it to some other department. Which department? I'll take it to my management services. Okay, I have done it here. And now, so my source also fine and my destination also fine. I am telling my system, okay, I'm instructing my system, so whenever there is a funds in this account, it needs to be allocated between these three department or so these three business units. Okay, so now I'll save this one. I'll close it. So this is activated. Okay, so now what I'll do, so once I have done this one, I'll just go to process allocation request. And before that, so we need to check whether do we have any, so the funds available to allocate that journal or not, so just go ahead here and create or post one journal for it. You need to, so you should have some expenses to allocate, right? Very simple logic. Some advertisement expenses. Okay, so whatever it is here, whatever I select, it will not take it. Okay, so advertisement expense, kind of 1 lakh I'll take, or 10,000 or 1 lakh. Okay, and I'll give my offset account. Okay, and I'll save this one. I've saved this one. Now I'll go ahead and simulate posting. 1 lakh expenses I'm posting to this account so that so I can allocate these funds across to my different journals. So I'll post this one. Okay, so now funds are available in these accounts. If you want to check that, you can still go to your trial balance and you can see the main accounts as well. So what is the funds available as well. What is the account? Okay, so what is your advertisement expenses? This is your advertisement expense. You have the balance of 1 lakh and reporting currency 27,000 something. Closing balance you have to allocate now. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll just go ahead and where is my allocation journals? I'll go to my allocations and so I'll go now process allocation request. Okay, rule I need to select which is my rule, and so from which date you want, as of date, as of as of 31st March or as of today only I'll take it. Okay, and process, and so here post only, don't take post only, so once if you take post only, it will post it automatically. Just take proposal only. Okay, and this is your GL posting date and other information, you fill it and just say okay. Application process field, see the message. Okay, there is some message. We'll see what is this message. Changing the company accounts, you must select an offset account. See here, if I don't select that offset account, so system will not accept it. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to select the offset account in your allocation rule. I'll go to my allocation rules again. Offset, just edit, select your offset account. Offset account you wanted to offset with. So this is since allocation journals, I'll take it the same one. Okay, I'll take some offset details. I'll save this one. Okay, close it. Now try to process allocate request. Role, date, not post only, proposal only. Say okay. See, now operation is completed, right? Now you just go ahead and check your allocation journals. As soon as you see the, so as soon as you run the process allocation request, so it will, so the journal will be generated in this one. Okay, you can see here, the journal has been allocated. You can go to lines. You can see here the amount. How much amount you have been posted? 1 lakh amount is the expenses you have spent on your advertisement expenses. And now you are telling to system, okay, so to allocate against all these 3 departments, these 3 business units, from auto and this one, so this one, so all these areas you are, saying system to allocate these funds, right? Okay, so just, so if you want to post this one, you can just post it directly. Okay, if you want to edit, just edit, and if you want to add this other dimensions also, you can just add it. Okay, so some trade and marketing, and I'll take some different one again. Try get this one. Okay, now save this one and validate it. Okay, now my journal is ready to post. Okay, I'll post this one. Okay, now you can see the voucher, so it's been allocated to different business units. Okay, this is how it works, guys. Okay, since so your your offset account and main account you have taken same, so it's been taken same thing. In the offset account, if you select the different one, it will pick up the different accounts here. Okay, any doubts, guys, here? Allocation journals. Yes, no?
No rush.
Okay, great. See, this is how we, so allocation journal works, and so some reporting currency for the adjustment journals. This is just so currency level, so this is not required. Advanced ledger entries also, so this is so kind of advanced ledger entries where you can post so all at one shot. Okay, so okay. Any doubts, guys, here in the general ledger module? And there is one more accrual journals are there, so before we go to accrual journals, any other further doubts here? Journal entries are so global journals, periodic journals, allocation journals, very simple logics, guys. So since you all are from accounting background, so you should pick up, so whenever I'm saying it, just so if it is a periodic journals, periodically, so you are going to retrieve the journals. When it is allocation journals, you are going to allocate the cost against, so your each departments or cost centers, and also whatever it is. Okay, simple logics. Okay, just try to understand the concepts. Okay. Mhm. Okay, so can I move on to other task? So any queries? Okay, cool then. See here, guys, so there is one more journals we have, which is accrual journals. Okay, accrual schemes we need to create. What is this accrual schemes? And why we need to create accruals? So can anyone explain what is accrual journals?
Anything that has been identified or which needs to be collected or which needs to be paid is called accrual.
Yes, great. See, guys, accrual is nothing but so you have identified your expenses. You have identified your future expenses and you have booked now only. Okay, and then so when the actuals arrives, and so you're going to reverse that actual your accrual amounts, and so you'll book your actual entries. Okay, so simple concept, just remember this one. In every interview, so people ask what is accrual journals. Okay, and when they ask, so you have to explain the theoretically first what is accrual journals. Then you have to come to the system, so how you do in the system as a consultant. Okay, remember these things, guys. This is how, so as interviewers we look. Okay, what we consider, what we see. So if you just explain theoretically, we don't satisfy. Okay, we also see what you do in the consultant role. And so what we also expect, so what is your so configuration knowledge in the system. Okay, so just whenever they asked, so what is accrual scheme, you just explain, so this is kind of, so future expenses we recognized, and so then so we book in the current month, and so when actuals arrives, so we are going to reverse the accruals and we'll book the actual amounts. And then also you need to explain them, so how you define in the accrual scheme, in the system. So you have to go to accrual schemes in the general ledger module. You need to define accrual schemes. Okay, clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll take some accounts here. I'll take some. See, I'll take some expenses. So rent expenses every month I used to pay, right? Sorry. Rent expenses. Okay, and then I'll define, so my accounts here. So what accounts needs to be picked up here. I'll take it. I'll take my debit account. I'll take my credit accounts. This is kind of, so account you have accrual purchases, or so accrual schemes. Some so account you can define it here. Okay, so here again one more thing. See, same voucher for all the transaction, a new voucher for the each and every transaction. You can define, so however you want. Okay, so I'll take same voucher, or And then so other calendar months, or so however you want, you can define it here. So rent accruals, I'm just giving this hypothetical example as rent, guys. So whatever the expenses you wanted to book as your accruals, you can take it like that. Okay, I wanted to take as fiscal yearly, fiscal frequency, I want fiscal period. Okay, that is how I can define here. And so number of occurrences by period, I'll take, I want so 1 by period. So let's say by beginning of the month you want, or so every month so in the middle or end of the month you wanted to post this accruals, so you can define however you want. I'll take it end of the month. Okay, what I have done, I have defined my accrual schemes. Then accrual schemes, this is all fine. I'll go to my journals. I'll create one more so journal for the accruals, so that it will be easy for me to identify accruals. Okay, and this so you can keep it as daily only, so because this accrual schemes you can post anytime. Okay, periodic, you can take allocation. Okay, I'll take as daily only. Okay, and select one journals. I'll keep it at the company level. And I'll remove this one. Accrual journals. I'll save it. I'll give it to journals. I'll close this one. I'll take some accruals now. Just go to lines. Here, see, again, whatever the you see here, you have ledger accruals. So line. Okay, so we need to specify what is the amount. So you're going to accrue it. Okay, so I'm going to accrue my rent expenses, right? Rent expenses for some home and service or something, and accruals. Okay, so what is the amount? Well, I'll give some 12,000 for your easy understanding. Okay, and I'll give my offset account as well. Some offset account I'll give. I'll save this one. Okay, now I'll going to accrue this one for 12 months. Okay, so I'll go to functions. Okay, ledger accruals. Here I'll select my scheme rent expenses. Okay, then you can see select so whatever you want so you can select this one. Okay, this is your offset account you have selected, and if you want to see the transactions also, you can see here. See, there is only one transaction has been selected. Why? Because I have given in the accrual scheme, I have given only one period, right? I have given only one period. Suppose I don't want this one, I want to allocate this one across my entire calendar year or period. I'll cancel this one. I'll go to my allocation rules. Let's just where is my accrual schemes? So I'll edit this one. See, I have given only for 1 month, so I'll keep it for 12 months here. Save it. 12 periods. It needs to be generated. Okay, so now again I'll go to save this one. Go to accrual schemes. Here select the same one and select the this one as offset. And you can select the start date. Start date would be from January to December. Now go ahead and check the transactions. You can see now here, guys, so there are different journals has been selected, right? You can see here. There is no offset account here. Okay, so what we'll do, offset account, it's already there. Okay, let's try to post it. Will give. Okay, I'll save this one. I think it will give some error. We'll see. Since there is no offset account, so it's giving me the error. Okay, so what we'll do here. So accrual schemes, just take this already there, so just you take that as, just a minute, guys. You can take this one as, so account, and, so you can see the transactions here. Now it will pick up, sorry. No, it's not picking up. Okay, so let me go to accrual schemes. We have already defined this. And period close numbers. Accruals. Else, just this is kind of your, future accruals, right? Just give it here. Now go to functions. Manager accruals. Give us your offset and go to. Okay, no problem. We will see this, guys. So tomorrow class, so I'll check this one. Why it is not picking up? Okay. Sometimes, so it might be some refresh issue as well. Debit and credit. I'll change it to, let me try it. Awesome. What else? Okay, fine. I'll check this one, and so tomorrow we'll just cover some accrual schemes also, or what else? Our intercompany journals. We'll just just simulate posting. What it is saying. Journal is fine, but posting. See, now this is got posted. Some refresh issues will happen, guys. Let me post new one again. accruals lines. You can see here some current expenses from some marketing. And accruals. Accruals I'm posting. So 1000 away. I'll take the offset account. I'll go to ledger accruals. I'll select my rent expense. Okay. This is still fine. We'll see. We'll see the vouchers from January 1st. Rent expense. Account for transaction type, ledger account, account for transaction type. Okay, so what I'll do now. Let's take this one. This is actually no so debit right now. We'll see the transactions. And what I'll do, I'll just say okay. And validate this channel. What happened to this? Okay, so how that other journals has been posted. Rent expense, bank, this is fine still. Where is the voucher transaction voucher original document? Okay, no problem guys, so I'll so check this one tomorrow. In the tomorrow class, we'll check. Okay, so we'll try to post our accrual journals, accrual schemes, also our intercompany journals. We both will complete, and the GL module will complete tomorrow. Okay. Any further doubts, guys?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks, Shikhar. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.